Hey family, I know it's been a minute, but let me say with this episode right here, yeah, this one isn't just an episode, it's a release. It's one of those cold, cloudy Chicago days where the sun only shows up long enough to tease you. I'm sitting here with my green tea, reheated for the second time, mind you, just watching the winter light push through my blinds and thinking how heavy the holidays can get sometimes. And maybe you felt it too, that mix of gratitude, exhaustion, reflection, and I need a moment. Because over these last 7 days, something shifted in me. A mindset shift I honestly didn't see coming. And today, I want to talk about something I've never said out loud before. Something that sat in my spirit, quiet but loud, for longer than I wanted to admit. I almost quit podcasting. Yeah, I said it. Me, the voice. The girl who's been carrying this mic with purpose since June 2020. But let me tell you how I got to that moment, to this one. And more importantly, thank God, why I'm no longer in that place anymore. And why I'm still here in front of this mic recording this episode for you. I'm Val the Voice Johnson, and this is the Interludes Podcast. The Interludes Podcast,
a Pure Lighthouse production.
This episode is brought to you by PureLighthouseMedia.com, home to the book, A DJ Saved My Life, where the ABCs of podcasting and the personal memoir come together perfectly. If you want to start your podcast journey, schedule a 15-minute call with me, research our podcasting blog tips. It's all on our fully remodeled website today.
And now, all the way from the south side of Chicago, give it up for your host, Val the Voice Johnson.
This is the sixth Christmas without my mom.
Hey Val, give me a ring when you get this message. I've been asleep, so I just woke up and thought about you. So don't worry about how late it is. Just give me a ring. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.
6 years without her voice in my ear. 6 years without those playful interrogations that only a mama can get away with. Girl, where are you? I've been trying to reach you all day. Or the classic, did you forget about your mama? My mom and I were close, like twice a day on the phone close. No matter how busy New York life got, no matter how many trains I had to catch or deadlines I had to meet, she always found a way to track me down. She'd call my job, call my cell, leave a voicemail or on my landline, and then follow up with an email just to say, hey, I'm trying to reach out to you. And honestly, I miss that. I miss the inquiry. I miss those 2 to 3 hour phone calls where she would talk, listen, fuss, laugh, pray, and mother me, all in the span of one conversation. Every morning on my 9-minute walk to the train, I called her. Every evening on my 6-minute walk back to the station, I call her again. She wouldn't hang up until she knew I was inside. She understood my 9 to 5, and she respected my 5 to 9 grind when I shifted into creator mode. Those rhythms, those check-ins, they were home. So going to Omaha this past Thanksgiving to spend time with my Aunt Lois and Aunt Ruth at age 78 and 79 years young reminded me how deeply rooted I am in my mother's love. These are her sisters, her minors, her memories with legs. And when I sit with them, especially after 6 quiet holiday seasons, a piece of her comes back to life in the room. And this year, they bless me in a way they don't even realize. My Aunt Lois and her husband, my Uncle Freddie, let me stay in their downstairs spare bedroom, the same room my mom used to stay in. That room carries her spirit, her warmth, her fingerprints. And Uncle Freddie? That man will set up a whole podcast studio for me like it's nothing. Table, chair, space clean. Go on, Niecy, with your work. So I'd record downstairs, pour my heart into the mic, and then come upstairs and sit with Aunt Lois while she broke down the latest drama on the soaps, or while she watched one of her favorite talk shows, or while she whipped up a 7-Up pound cake. And every time, I secretly hoped that the cake wasn't headed to a client, that maybe, just maybe, it was staying inside of the house so I could have a slice of it with coffee or ice cream. Being there grounds me. It heals me. It reminds me exactly where my voice comes from. And honestly, it feels good to podcast away from my usual space. There's something about being in that Omaha basement, in the room where my mom slept, that opens me up in ways Chicago sometimes can't. It makes me dream again. Dream about podcasting from anywhere in the world. Dubai, London, Paris, Johannesburg, Atlanta, San Francisco, Seattle. You know, the cities I've loved to visit, but haven't been there yet. Just me, my voice, my mic, and a world full of stories waiting to be told. Lately, overwhelm hasn't just been present, it's been loud. Like a room full of notifications with no off switch. I manage so many platforms: YouTube, live shows, consulting clients, 3 podcasts, newsletters, social media, brand partners, and somewhere in that swirl, this platform, the one closest to my spirit, took the hit. The Interludes podcast is my heart, my baby, my legacy. But editing with these hands, whew, I'm dealing with what feels like carpal tunnel. I had x-rays done, seeing a doctor this week, and I had to face the fact that editing like I used to may not be sustainable. It's real. And then there's the brand side of things. Some deals are cooking beautifully. Some still marinating. And people, bless them, will reach out wanting to start their podcast. They'll ask for help. We'll talk for 15 minutes, sometimes an hour. They get excited, and then poof, no follow-up, no action, no investment. And I find myself thinking, what did I do wrong? But the truth is, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm learning to release that. Everybody ain't ready, and that's okay. Still, I want to celebrate wins with other people, loudly. But it hit me. If I want to celebrate wins, I have to show up where my wins live. I gotta be more present in the podcasting training space, more present in the lane that I have been called to. David Shands shines in this lane, and I love him for that. But I'm realizing I need to shine in mine. Because entrepreneurship, especially as a solopreneur, can feel extremely lonely. And when you're carrying grief on top of that loneliness, sometimes it hits all at once. For me, there's always this quiet reminder that I'm standing on my mother's shoulders, that her strength is the reason I get up and pick this mic right back up. But I miss her. I miss telling her my wins. I miss her feedback. Even if half the time it would have been, girl, go get a job. But the truth is, this is the job. Wait a minute, I'm belittling it by calling it a job. No, this is the purpose. My purpose is creative storytelling through podcasting. My purpose is helping others find their voice. My purpose is building platforms and getting on stages and talking about how DJing and podcasting literally saved my life. And 2026? Oh yeah, I'm going after everything with my name on it. I know that's a gospel song. More speaking, more training, more confidence in who Val the Voice is. That TED Talk? Yeah, I see it. I'm already writing it in my spirit, which is why when the thought crossed my mind, maybe I should quit podcasting, didn't surprise me. It shook me. It scared me. It felt like I was betraying everything I've built since 2020. And even before that, when Pure Lighthouse Media was born back in Brooklyn in 2012. But I want to emphasize this part. The feeling was real. It's not here today, not active now, but it visited. And I had to acknowledge it, face it, and understand it. Because my mama didn't raise no quitter. And purpose, real purpose, doesn't fade just because life gets heavy. Whew. And then clarity showed up. Not with fireworks, not with a dramatic reveal, but with this soft, steady whisper that made everything click into place. I didn't want to quit podcasting. I wanted to quit the weight of podcasting. I didn't want to stop using my voice, not now, not ever. I just wanted to stop feeling like I was carrying all of this alone, and it hit me. That's why I joined the morning meetup in the first place. That's why I plug into those 7 a.m. calls. I needed community. I needed to be around other dreamers, other builders, other voices who understand what it feels like to start something from scratch and keep showing up even when the world feels heavy. Being around other podcasters, other entrepreneurs, other people chasing purpose, it reminded me that I'm not the only one climbing this mountain. It reminded me that building something beautiful can feel lonely, but it doesn't have to stay lonely. And in that moment, I feel grateful. Grateful that clarity showed up before I made a decision from exhaustion. Grateful that I could look at my feelings without judgment. Grateful that all this emotion, all this heaviness wasn't a sign to quit. It was a sign to reorganize, restructure, and refill my cup. Because if the grief eased, if the comparison softened, if the loneliness lifted even a little, I would never quit podcasting, ever. This platform saved me. It healed me. It held me. It carried me through the hardest seasons of my life. It's where I learned to dream again, speak again, and believe again. My podcast isn't the problem. My exhaustion is. And now that clarity is here, I can move forward from a healthier place, a cleaner space, and a supported space. Soon I felt something rise in me again, not pressure, purpose, not fear, focus. I remembered something powerful I heard in Atlanta at the Power Networking Experience. A woman named Alicia Little stood on the stage and talked about someone securing a 9-figure deal using artificial intelligence as a consultant. 9 figures. And something in me clicked like, this is where the world is going. This is the bridge we have to cross. Because the future of podcasting isn't just microphones and editing anymore. It's AI, it's automation, it's innovation. It's using organic intelligence, our intelligence, to expand our creativity. And baby, that line right there, that hit my Gen X soul. We are not too old to innovate. We are not too late to shift. We've lived too much life to sit on the sidelines while future technologies reshape our world. That's when I realized I want to help Gen Xers cross that bridge. I want to help us step boldly into this next era of content creation with confidence, curiosity, and tools that will lighten the load instead of adding to it. And that vision, it sparked something in me again. Curiosity, possibility, momentum, which leads me straight into my 2026 direction, my recommitment, my reset, my renewal. I'm building community again, not just an audience, community. A place to pour into people the way I've always wanted to. A school community where we talk podcasting, creativity, mindset, and the business behind the mic. A space where I'm not walking this road alone and nobody else has to either. I'm also pouring more into my Patreon family. That's a space that's been a pure joy for me, a safe, creative home where I get to record, share, teach, and be myself. I've recorded so many videos that have never made it up there, but I'm changing all of that in 2026. More consistency, more value, more behind the scenes, more voice. And I'm committed to using AI fully, boldly, and unapologetically to help myself and others grow in podcasting and beyond, not as a shortcut, but an amplifier, as a partner, as a creative multiplier. Because you know what here? I'm not quitting. I'm recommitting, recalibrating, rebuilding with strong hands, even if those hands need braces, rest, and help. 2026 is not the year I step back. It's the year I step out, bigger, brighter, bolder. And I'm ready. My podcast is ready. My purpose is ready. And this time, I am not walking into the next chapter alone.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey y'all, this is Val the Voice. And you know what? My morning routine will never be the same. I recently joined an amazing online entrepreneur community that has truly changed my life. Every morning from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern, I connect with hundreds of entrepreneurs in the morning meetup for live coaching, accountability, mentorship, and more. The coaching and accountability are fantastic, but my favorite part is the book club. I'm reading more now than ever. The content is inspiring, and the monthly themes guide the coaching and exclusive members-only content. If this sounds like something for you and you're ready to take your entrepreneurial journey to the next level, trust me, it's been a game changer for my business, and I think you'll love it for yours. Use the link in the description to find out more about the Morning Meetup membership, which is now at a mere $19 a month. I'd love to see you there. Let's grow our businesses and podcasts together. And now, back to the show. So no, I'm not quitting podcasting. I'm restructuring it. I'm giving myself grace. I'm opening my hands so new ideas can land. And I'm allowing myself to pivot without shame. And if you're listening to this, and if you ever felt that heavy pull, that mix of burnout, grief, and self-doubt, I want to offer you the 5 reminders that saved me this past week. Not theory, not a cute Pinterest quote. Real reminders rooted in my own lived moments. Here we go. Number 1, give yourself permission to pause, not quit. A break is not a burial. Last week, I felt myself spiraling out of control toward these decisions rooted in exhaustion, not truth. So I took a pause, a real pause, and sat with God, my notebook, and my thoughts. I needed to rethink what direction I wanted Pure Lighthouse Media to move in. I needed to step back and examine what this brand, this purpose, this podcast truly means to me. And if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, give yourself space to pause, to breathe, to reassess. Don't bury your feelings. Let them speak. Then sort them with a clear head. Number 2, identify what drains you versus what feeds you. Sometimes the work is fine. It's the overflow that's broken. For me, this was big. I realized the work of podcasting still feeds me. The creativity still feeds me. The connections still feed me. But the workflow, the constant juggling, the editing with hands that are probably dealing with carpal tunnel, that part is draining the life out of me. So in 2026, it's about building structure, SOPs, hiring a virtual or executive assistant, strengthening my SEO team, or replacing them if I need to, solidifying a marketing and social media system, because you cannot grow from 4 figures to 6 figures without structure. No business can, and neither can mine. Once you identify the drain, you can finally fix it. Number 3, ask for support before you collapse. Isolation is overwhelm's best friend. This one humbled me. I love being the I got it, I'll do it myself person. But running a business alone, that's a fast road to burnout. My mom taught me this long before I understood it. When she separated from my dad, she leaned on her community, my aunts, all 3 of them at the time in Omaha, to help her stand. I went to Omaha at 7 years old for a summer because my mom needed help and she wasn't ashamed to ask for it. So why am I ashamed to ask for support now? If you are building something, ask for help. Ask for guidance. Ask before you hit the floor. Support doesn't make you weak. It makes your vision sustainable. Number 4, let grief be your teacher, not a prison. It's okay to feel the feelings. The holidays are the hardest for me, and I've learned I need a plan, something intentional, to help me move through them instead of being swallowed by them. For Thanksgiving, I put myself in the care of my aunts, uncle, and cousins in Omaha. For Christmas, I'm asking, where am I going? Who am I serving? How am I nurturing myself? Grief doesn't disappear just because the calendar changes, but it doesn't have to lock you up either. It can guide you toward healing, toward community, toward connection, if you let it. Number 5, reimagine your platform. Don't abandon it. Keep in mind, you are allowed to pivot. You are allowed to evolve. I've reimagined the Interludes podcast so many times, and I'm still doing it. Music, DJ culture, entrepreneurs, creatives, segments, new ways of storytelling. This platform is alive. It's growing with me. And my listeners remind me of that every time somebody texts and calls me and says, "Hey, Val, I haven't heard an episode lately. You good?" That reminder lifts me and grounds me because people are still listening. People are still waiting. People still care. And I can only pour into them if I pour into myself first. You know that advice you get when you get on a plane? If the mask falls down, you put on your mask first, and then you help the person next door. These 5 reminders, they save me. And I hope wherever you are, whatever season you're walking through, they can save a piece of you too. Family, I want to thank you for holding space for me today. Not the generic kind of gratitude, the real kind. The kind that comes from knowing you've listened to my heart beat out loud for the last several minutes and stayed with me all through it. The grief, the overwhelm, the clarity, the comeback. This episode is more than a recording. It's also becoming a written piece. I'll be sharing the blog version of this on my LinkedIn business page, especially the part about the 5 reminders that saved me, because honestly, those 5 truths deserve to live on the page as much as they live in my spirit. And I'd love to hear your thoughts when you read it. As we move toward the new year, I plan on talking more about this journey, the pause, the pivot, the purpose, the power of remembering why we started in the first place. And I'm excited, genuinely excited about what's next. I'm in the process of researching and interviewing new guests, voices from DJ culture, from music, from the audio trenches, and from the podcasting world. Because the Interludes podcast has always been bigger than me. It's a place where creativity, culture, rhythm, and resilience all pull up a seat. And hear me clearly. How dare you ever think about quitting? That's right, I'm talking to myself. I'm having too much fun. I'm learning too much. God has brought me too far. And as the great musical Hamilton says, I'm not throwing away my shot. Not now, not ever. Thank you for being on this ride with me, for listening, for showing up, and for reminding me that this mic still has something to say. Until next time, I'm Val the Voice Johnson, and this is the Interludes Podcast. Want more behind-the-scenes moments, the Purple Robe Diaries, and our after-show talks with Coach Tony? Join the Interludes community on patreon.com/interludes. It's free to sign up, or you can upgrade to get podcasting tips and exclusive early releases. Tap in today. The Interludes Podcast.
Original concept by Valerie Johnson.
Sports segments for Talk on Tuesdays, produced by Coach Tony Thompson.
Original intro and outro music produced by Kendall Nesbitt.
The Interludes Podcast, a Pure Lighthouse production. This episode is brought to you by our brand new website, PureLighthouseMedia.com, the official home of A DJ Saved My Life, where the ABCs of podcasting meet personal transformation. And now available in print. Order your signed copy today and discover how finding your voice can change your life. Are you a business or entrepreneur looking to promote your work through a dynamic podcasting platform? Partner with us through sponsorship and marketing opportunities. Your message belongs in front of our audience. Got that $1 million podcast idea, but don't know where to start? Whether you need a coach, a guide, or a full-on producer, I'm here to walk you through the process and bring your podcast vision to life. Visit PureLighthouseMedia.com today to get your book, book your consultation, or connect with us about sponsorship. Let's grow together.